We're at my allotment today and I'm going to plant some shrubs. An allotment is mostly about growing vegetables, but it's lovely to have flowers and shrubs which will offer kind of year-round interest. This is my allotment composting toilet, and as fantastic a thing as it is not a building of great beauty, and so I'm going to use the shrub collection to jolly up the area around the outside. So this is Ceanothus repens, which is a low creeping ceanothus, and you can see it's just budding up now. It has these vivid blue flowers that the bees go completely mad for. So it's perfect for this sort of space. And tease the roots and firm it in, and this is just ordinary soil. It's got a bit of clay, but this plant is a tough beast and will be more than happy in this spot. Now this is Choisia sundance, and it's called sundance because its new foliage has this sort of lemony hue to it, and the flowers are very heavily scented of orange. So they're really quite a lovely thing, a little white star-shaped flower covered all over the bush in the summer, loved by bees and whatnot. And it's good for a dull corner like this because that lemony growth sort of brings light to a slightly sad corner. This isn't the most pretty space in the world, and it's not a particularly easy space to grow in either because it's fairly shady, but if there's any plant that will cope here, it's this euonymus, which is a lovely variegated plant, so it'll bring a little bit of light into the area and it sort of creeps along. This is one of the few plants that can tough it out here. So it's perfect for that neglected corner where it can become a bit of ground cover. I think in these sort of scenarios, because the foliage is bright and because it sort of has pale colours in it, it throws light into dark corners. So it can be a really useful design trick for kind of shady, slightly dull spaces, is to put something that has this kind of attention-grabbing foliage to it. So the tiny shrubs are still really quite tiny, but then I didn't expect them to do a huge amount of growth, particularly because this is not improved soil. So that they're still there is a sign of what tough plants they are. I'm just going to give them a bit of a water, and then I'm going to mulch around them with some compost because they will need a little bit more food, and it will keep the weeds down and it will lock in that moisture just to keep them healthy and happy. And that's all the care they really need.